Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we will travel to some of the most coldest places in the world. From cities that lie north of the Arctic Circle to the harsh poles of cold, some of the coldest places in the world are where millions of extremely hardy people call home. In certain inhabited parts of Russia and North America, temperatures regularly dip below 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Some have even seen -80, 90, or 100. Before we dive into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so we stay motivated to make more wonderful content for you. If you think it's chilly outside today, consider the people of the world's coldest city. Average wintertime lows in Oymyakon, Russia, are -58 degrees Fahrenheit, -50 degrees Celsius. The isolated village is frequently cited as the planet's coldest inhabited place. Yakutsk, the regional capital and the city with the coldest winters anywhere in the world, is a 2-day drive from Oymyakon. Ironically, Oymyakon means unfrozen water. This is because of the nearby thermal spring. Originally, reindeer herders used the area to water their herds in the hot springs. In 1924, Oymyakon experienced its coldest temperature ever, which was a bone-chilling -71.2 Celsius, -96.16 F. If you wear glasses outside, they may stick to your face. This is merely one of the more unimportant issues brought on by the chilly weather. More extreme adjustments than a short attack of nearsightedness or farsightedness upon going outside are required by people in their daily lives. Most toilets are outhouses since the ground is too frozen for indoor plumbing to function. For their cars, locals use heated garages. Cars left outside must be kept running for them to restart. In the winter, it is impossible for planes to land there. Naturally, after just a few minutes in the cold, there is a high chance of developing frostbite. In Oymyakon, crops cannot be grown due to the frozen ground. The majority of the population's diet is meat, which keeps them warm and healthy in cold weather. Although winters in Oymyakon are long and extremely cold, summers are mild to warm, sometimes hot, with cool to cold summer nights. The warmest month on record was July 2022 with an average temperature of 19.3 degrees Celsius, 66.7 degrees Fahrenheit. In June, July, and August, temperatures over 30 degrees Celsius, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, are not rare during the day. On the 7th of July 2022, the warmest night on record was observed, with an overnight minimum of 18.6 degrees Celsius. All this might seem very unreal to you, but the people living there take it as their daily routine and do things like attending school and going to work even on days when the temperature is as low as -50 degrees Celsius. Another shocking fact is that only 500 people live in this village. And because there are fewer people, the village only has one heating plant and only one school. Regardless of how cold it might be in winter, the summers are very much bearable. In fact, June to July is the best time to visit Oymyakon. The sun hardly sets and one can enjoy winter sports like skiing, ice skating, and dog sledding under temperatures permitting outdoor human life. Here you can experience cold as you have never felt before and then soak it off in the hot springs. It's the place to fish in a river that never freezes, because the frozen soil pushes the water out from its very low layers, and to watch how domesticated animals adapt to the excruciating cold. Uchavik, Barrow, one of the biggest Inupiaq villages in Alaska, is situated on the Arctic Ocean. Additionally, it is the most northern community in the country. Because of its remote position, Uchavik experiences 24-hour darkness from November 18th to January 23rd and 24-hour daylight from May 12th to August 2nd. Archaeological evidence of the human presence in the region dates back to 800 AD, making Uchavik one of the oldest inhabited town sites in the United States. Uchavik, which means the place where we hunt snowy owls, in Inupiaq, is just one of the animals that have fed the locals for thousands of years. In Arctic Alaska, hunting and gathering are still crucial parts of daily life. Seasonal hunts for whales, seals, walruses, caribou, and ducks are still significant for both cultural and commercial reasons. Utchavik is one of Alaska's largest villages, with a population of roughly 4,300. In addition to the fact that Utqiagvik experiences 66 consecutive days of darkness during polar night, winters are lengthy, bitterly cold, and cruel. During the winter season, blizzards occur around every 2 weeks. And what's the craziest part? The most blizzard-prone state in the US also happens to be in a desert. Some of North America's harshest and most hostile weather can be found at Utqiagvik. February had mean daily highs of -5.5 degrees and mean nighttime lows of -18.3 degrees. Normal highs don't rise above zero until May, right when a polar day that seems to last forever becomes established. July is the mildest month in Utqiagvik, with an average high of 47.7 degrees. It's also the second wettest month. Despite these ups and downs in the weather, people love to visit Utqiagvik as the tourist opportunities there are great. Life in the town of Utqiagvik is not what most people think of when they picture Alaska. Things like the extreme cold, unusually heavy snowfall, ice, polar bears, yep, they stroll into town. And months of darkness are nothing more than a minor aspect of life for individuals who have lived there for generations. The town itself is so far away and isolated that the only way in and out is by small plane, so those who have never lived there must be ready to deal with all of this and more. Additionally, when the weather worsens, as it frequently does, the roads and the long time of darkness might make ice road truckers seem gentle. Having said that, many people in Utqiagvik are aware of how and when to start preparing for the long periods of darkness they encounter every year. Some people shop in the grocery store, which is an experience in and of itself. Since many items are imported, their costs are higher. To compensate for the high cost of living, jobs in Utqiagvik typically pay above average salaries to enable locals to live well. Sled dogs used to be common in the town at one time, but snowmobiles became more and more frequent as the years passed. These days, traveling within Utqiagvik nearly requires it, since it frequently happens for food or beverages to freeze during delivery or while exposed to the cold. The chilly weather is also bad for the local economy. Utchavik receives the majority of its visitors during the summer when the days are long and the temperature soars into the 40s. In the winter, when the village is without sunlight for 67 days and the temperature frequently falls below freezing, hardy travelers do make the trip. Dog sledding, watching the northern lights, and some winter trip packages are all winter activities. You might catch a glimpse of the local guys starting their annual whale hunt if you schedule your visit accordingly. Crews of hunters are directed by a whaling captain, and if the whalers are successful, there is a festival called Nalukatak at the end of the season in May. Whale meat and muktik, or pieces of skin and fat, are shared by hunters with the entire community. Residents from all around the area assemble for the Kivjik, or messenger feast, every 2 years. This multi-day festival, which typically takes place in early February, features traditional dancing and is significant to the culture. The Kivjik celebration has a long history and is a great way to get a glimpse of the past. These were two of the coldest places on Earth. It may be difficult for people to visit these places, but the natives have shown us that life is possible in even the chilliest places on this planet. This is just one video from our playlist of amazing places on this planet, so don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon so you are the first to know when we post another video. Until our next video, happy traveling.